Hi, welcome. My name is Claire Wool. I'm chairwoman of the Burlington School District, and this is our month of April show for School Board Commissioner Corner. And I am so excited to celebrate two incredible Burlington School District students. One is now in college, and have them as guests today. I would like to introduce my guests here. We have Henry Torwini, who is a BHS 2023 graduate. 2024. Already 2024. I forgot it's 2025. 2024 graduate. And Kali Ali, who will be a Burlington High School 2025 graduate. So both of you, welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your schedules to meet with me and tell us about what's going on in your world. And also, we're here to highlight the incredible community partner that we have in the Boys and Girls Club here in the city of Burlington. Tonight, we will be featuring the Youth of the Year for the Burlington Boys and Girls Club here in the city and the state. Each year, each Boys and Girls Club throughout the state of Vermont has candidates that apply for this honor, and they meet down in Montpelier, which they did last week, and one is chosen by the panel. And we are so fortunate that Henry was chosen last year and Kali was chosen this year. And I just want to give an overview of the Boys and Girls Club before we begin. So the Boys and Girls Club of Burlington works to inspire and enable the youth in the community, especially those who need us most, to realize their full potential as productive, healthy, responsible, and caring citizens. As you can see on the slide, it's incredible the amount of staff that's there, and how they promote a healthy community and develop youth with a sense of competence, it says, a sense of service, a sense of belonging, a sense of power. I have been just always amazed over the 14 years that I've lived in Burlington when I'm at the club and meeting students for the first time and getting to know what they do there and the faculty and staff, the power that they have with our community. And these are two incredible students here that have worked with the club and their staff members. And if we could go to those staff members listed at the club, the program staff that's listed, the Early Promise Education Program, and the administration is just invaluable. And you know, for the two of you to see those names, it takes a lot of staff and organization each day for all the activities, to engage the students, to make it exciting to be there, and to also provide a space to just relax and be among your peers, away from school, you know, times to do homework, times to socialize. What aspects, well, first I'll go into introductions. You could tell us about yourself, where you are now, or what, I asked a couple things, you know, your personal history, your family, and what brought you to Burlington. Were you born here? Do you mind sharing that? We'll start with you, Kali, first, and then go to Henry, if that's okay.
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 Hi, my name is Kali Ali, and right now I attend Burlington High School. I'm on my way to graduating, thank goodness. I was born in Burlington, Vermont. Proud Vermonter. What else did you want me to ask?
Like, you know, did you attend what schools did you attend, so people know, like, when you started out in kindergarten?
I started off at Sarah Holbrook.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to SA, and then Edmonds, and here we are, Burlington High School.
Yeah.
So keeping it in the Old North End.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. And Henry, how about you?
Yeah, I'm Henry Torwini. I'm a freshman at UVM, and I study political science. And I was born in Burlington, Vermont as well, but my parents immigrated here from Nigeria. Mm-hmm. So this has been our home for like my whole life.
Great.
And I've been up in the school district. I went to Champlain Elementary, and then I went to Edmonds Middle, and then Burlington High School, and I'm a proud alumni now.
You certainly are. Well, I love hearing, you know, where you went to school, because you have siblings as well, older and younger, or cousins as well. So your family network is really important too. And the fact that, you know, all of our schools, our elementary schools and our middle schools, all end up at Burlington High School or Burlington Technical Center at that one campus where we get to you know, work together as a city and a community and graduate students to go on to be in the workforce or to post-secondary education at UVM, which is, you know, an incredibly competitive field to be accepted into University of Vermont. It's considered the public Ivy outside of the state, very competitive. So it's really exciting that you have the opportunity to attend our state university. And I know we can also talk about like Upward Bound or things that promote your career after high school. So here we are, high school, senior year. The Boys and Girls Club have this Youth of the Year award or opportunity. What do you have to do to even apply to be it, Kali? Considered a candidate.
The staff definitely have to see something in you. Leadership is a big one. You also have to show interest. You have to regularly attend the club and be active in your community, for sure.
Great. Yeah. How about you, Henry? Same? What qualities to apply for it, or when people brought it, how did you even hear about it? Did you know past winners of the award?
Yeah, I kind of like with what Kali said, I agree 100%. But I did know Sarah Ali as a past winner and kind of like looked up to her and like in her journey, and she kind of like guided me and helped me become the Youth of the Year of last year. So I thank her for that.
Sarah is amazing, BHS graduate as well. And I love when you hear about students who are modeling something or going through something for the first time, and you're younger, not that are upperclassmen, and that you learn from that. And also the club tends to help with students that potentially have been club members that are working there part-time. And you can see the opportunity for growth and leadership in that capacity. All right, so then, is there a writing of an essay? Is there something that you have to, do you present? Do you do interviews? What does it take?
You do all of it.
Yes?
Yeah. You write 3 essays.
3.
A resume letter. You get interviewed at the competition.
Yes.
You have to submit a photo, which you'll see shortly.
Yeah.
And what else?
I think a cover letter as well.
Yeah. Why you want to be a candidate, and then you pick your subject of what it is, like an aspirational essay about who you are or why you believe you would be a good candidate to represent the Boys and Girls Club. Very interesting. Oh, that's great. All right, when did you start going to the club? I'll start with you, Henry.
Oh, I started going in 5th grade.
Okay.
Started going in 5th grade. I wanted to go because all my friends went, so I felt kind of left out. Like before the early years, like when they'd say they're all going to club and I had to just go home. So yeah, I kind of got like peer pressured to go in, but it was good peer pressure.
And what activities in 5th grade, do you have any funny memories of, like, what were you doing there?
Oh, just playing a lot of basketball.
I figured.
And playing a lot of Xbox.
Yes.
So those 2 things I enjoyed a lot.
Very good. They always say, when we talk about a healthy society, what kids do after school from 3 to 5, or if their parents are either at home or if they're working late or what have you, like those hours are really important to keep kids engaged, whether it's through having fun. Most of the time people think of sports, but it isn't just sports. It might just be chilling out, relaxing in a comfortable, safe environment. How about you? Kali, when did you start going to the club?
Similar to Henry, I started going in the beginning of 6th grade. What encouraged me to go, I didn't have any friends really in 6th grade because all my friends from SA went to Hunt.
Okay.
So my mom encouraged me to go to the Boys and Girls Club and hang out with people my age instead of just hanging out with my siblings all the time. And it definitely did work. I got a whole friend group and they just engulfed me in the culture there. And we played tennis after school every day and did activities I never even thought of, like rock climbing.
Right.
Swimming, hiking, it all, yeah.
Did you both learn to swim there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about that a lot. That is living in Burlington, Vermont on the Lake Champlain and being able to learn how to swim, even though some people prefer the pool, then going out on the lake or adventuring out in the lake, to learn how to swim is a fundamental that we talk about, as a necessity for kids, and especially at that young age, because once you're an adult, it's incredibly intimidating. So great to hear about. And to hear both of your journeys, you know, again, the gentle push of your parents or the fact that you wanted to be included with your friends and to meet new friends. Because sometimes you think, oh, you know everybody, you know, but the minute, like I had shared, I thought when students go to BHS, I think we're so lucky in our city that you get to high school and you do not know half of your class. You know, that is amazing because now you have 4 years to meet all those people or reconnect with people that you grew up with by attending city places like Sarah Holbrook or Heartworks, like other preschool places that students had met earlier in their career, in their academic journey. All right, what I said, okay, the faculty and staff at the Boys and Girls Club, anybody you want to thank in your journey, or is it everybody as a whole? Did the whole club help you out?
I'll say the whole club, but
Yeah.
one in particular, I'll thank Jack.
Yes.
Because he's been there since 5th grade for me. I've always looked up to Jack, and we've always shared like similar like activities, interests and activities. So I always thank him, and he helped me, of course, with the Youth of the Year in 2024, and I feel like I really got closer with him during that. So I appreciate him a lot.
That's nice to hear. And he has a son, Henry.
Yeah.
Yes. Kali, how about you?
I would say Maggie. She's been there for me since the beginning, through all my phases, stuck by me. She helps me with work till this day.
Oh,
Yeah, when I wasn't doing too well in school, she was definitely the one who encouraged me to keep on going. Yeah.
that is great to hear. And I see, even when I looked at this Boys and Girls website, you see a video of Maggie helping out students in the homework room, and I knew her long ago when she was a lifeguard, and when she went to the club, you know, her motivation was to be student-centered and to help out students. So how lucky to have someone. Sometimes organizations that you belong to or even schools have revolving doors. You might not know who the principal or your teacher, or having someone constantly there. I love what you said about your different phases, because adolescence to teenage years, it's so great to have those different phases. You know, you're all growing and learning, and to acknowledge those. Well, that's great. I love hearing that. All right, so we learned about the club, what it means to you, the impact it's had, and the people of the club as well, and then how we got to Youth of the Year. So tell me about the Montpelier experience. You go down to the State House. You're with, how many other students from other clubs are there as well to interview in this competition to represent the state of Vermont?
Originally, it was 3, one from Rutland, Milton, and Virgins. However, the Virgins candidate, something happened, so she wasn't able to attend, so there were only 2 others.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got to meet them.
Yeah, they were really nice.
I can only imagine if there are qualities that that create the opportunity for them to be nominated within their club, then that they're outstanding individuals. What do you remember, Henry, about Montpelier a year ago?
It was just really cool being in the State House because, you know, it's something in my field. Maybe I'd like to be there more often or just work there one day. But I went up against one candidate, and he was from Brattleboro. So,
I remember.
and it was nerve-wracking because, you know, you got to say a speech. You know, you got to make sure it's all good and everything. But it was just a really cool experience as well. We had lunch after. Saw you there.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of other people, and you know, that's what I remember.
And the elected officials that show up and based on their schedule, because the legislation is in session, just know, like I shared with you before this interview, you know, student energy, student leaders. When you're an elected official for the state, whether it's in your neighborhood as a school board or at the city council or the mayor or a senator or a House of Representatives, the greatest opportunity to meet the youth of Vermont is the highlight, I believe, of you know, what's our future? Who could be potentially serving in the State House for years to come, and who is aspiring communities that they live in, like you said, the North End, and throughout our school district. So I love hearing that your opportunity is in visiting the State House. Had you ever been to the State House before? that
Yeah.
opportunity? Okay, good. Had you ever been
Yeah.
to? So how great. Access
Yeah.
to it. It's not a far ride. It's only 45 minutes. All right, let's go to the slides. We look at Kali's award, the poster that is made to highlight her. Congratulations. Becoming a medical laboratory tech or other careers in the health science field. That's admirable, what we need. And I loved your quote about how the club navigated. Then there's another photo of you on the State House steps, if we can show that. And your quote. There you are, with the big pillars. It's so good. I'm glad it was a sunny day. That is really nice. And then we can talk about what's to come. There is a poster of June 17th. It shows the youth down at Chelsea Piers, Pier 60. I'm familiar with that. And you have a huge celebration. So that's what's next. I know graduation is next for you, but you'll be planning this and you'll be going down with members of the Boys and Girls Club of Vermont. Have you been to New York City?
Never.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is so exciting. And Henry, had you ever been to New York City?
Nah, that was my first time going last summer.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. So you go down with support from the club. You're down there for a couple days. I had shared with you that I had called the National Boys and Girls Club just to find out what the schedule is. But Henry, do you want to share, the highlights, what you enjoyed doing last year for Kali?
Oh yeah, some highlights. We got to see the Statue of Liberty. We went on a nice little ferry ride. Saw it, passed it. It was really nice, hot day.
Yeah.
Oh, we went to like a really nice restaurant called Cipriani on like 42nd Street.
That's very famous.
Ate
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Very nice fine dining, and just like you got to explore the whole city. And it's like New York City's so big, and it's like you get to see so much, and you get to meet like a lot of new people. Like from all over, even though it's just a little northeast region, like it's still really big. So get to meet new people, meet new faces, and just get to be in a city. And it's just a big difference from Burlington to New York City. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good. I know we have pictures of you. If we want to go to Henry, your congratulations to you last year of being the 2024. We have a picture of you at the State House for viewers, and that experience of you winning and going down there. I liked what you wrote, and I remember pulling that post and seeing, wow, like there you are in the skyline with Sarah Ali, who was the 2023 Youth of the Year from Vermont, and you're the 2024, and Kali's the 2025. And I loved, the fact that you both have the opportunity to go visit this city, the Big Apple, and to explore it, all expenses paid, and be representative of Burlington. And at that Northeast Regional Youth of the Year competition, how many students are there are representing? Like roughly, is it like 20?
It's like, I think it's like 16, like 17.
17, okay,
Yeah.
so amazing. So you got to meet a whole cohort of new people. Do you follow any of them or get their numbers or
Yeah.
connect?
Oh, yeah, Instagram.
Networking,
Yeah,
right?
Instagram. Nowadays, networking, yeah.
Oh, that's great. And I know leadership, things like this. How do you feel about public speaking, both of you? I know, Henry, you were elected by your peers to speak at graduation. And that is, Patrick Gym, UVM, 2,000 people. What was that like? Or are you both comfortable speaking in public venues, Henry?
I enjoy public speaking. I think it's like a challenge to myself to be able to like not be nervous and like just tell myself that you can do it. Because I think it's like a thing that's so like kind of like stigmatized, or kind of like people think it's like something you should be nervous about, but I think it's something like that we should embrace.
Be
And, like,
comfortable.
it's like personal growth for me. So I like public speaking a lot, and I want to do it more.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Well, I know we have a picture of you at graduation, but the best part is, you're a great storyteller, and the message that you gave your fellow classmates at BHS, it is inspiring. And you as have been in the audience before, and a strong public speaker and someone that might, not be, might be a little boring, but at your age to have that confidence, it's great to hear. How about you, Kali? How do you feel about public speaking?
I'll do it for
Yeah.
sure, but I'll forever feel nervous.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to public speak. And I'll take every opportunity I can, but I still will be very nervous.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the honest truth. That I feel the same way. I definitely, there are times where, no matter what the subject matter is, if you're engaged and you get people to listen to you, that's the goal, to convey your message is what I'm trying to say. All right, so we talked about New York City, how comfortable you are speaking in public, and what gives you confidence? What would you attribute, where do you have your swagger or confidence from? Where would you think where would you attribute it to, Henry?
I don't know, I feel like, because like when I was a little kid, I've just always been kind of like talkative. So it's nice just to be able to talk, just get out whatever you need to say and like people like listen to you.
Nice.
So I feel like that's where I get it from, just being myself.
Good answer. Any answer? How about you? Where do you think you get your confidence, even though you're nervous? The sort of the will to do it. Like you'll do it, you might be still nervous, but where do you think you gain your confidence from?
It's definitely all from my mom. Like she encourages me every time. She says, you got this, you're gonna do your best, and you're gonna try your hardest, and you're gonna get through it every time. So
is
it's
great.
definitely her.
I love hearing that as well. That is nice. As a mother myself, that's nice. Tell me about your high school right now, 2 classes or a class that you're enjoying at BHS and at UVM. I've seen you on social media with Burlington City and Lake reading to young children in the school district. Is there any special class that you're enjoying as your senior year comes to an end?
BCL,
Okay,
for sure.
that's great to hear.
Yeah, BCL, I'm so glad I did it.
I'm so happy you did too. So
Yeah.
Burlington City and Lake, an engaging class, amazing students. You're going to have a show that's coming up that the public can attend.
Yeah.
Great. Well, shout out to BCL for inspiring you senior year. Now, Henry, freshman year at UVM. What do you enjoy? Any special class or?
Two, I'd say. One class I really enjoy is comparative world politics, because I've always liked to learn about like the world, and we're learning about like the different political systems in like different countries, not just America, which I like learning about. I really like world history and stuff like that. So I'm really enjoying that. And then also my German class, because that one's like that. I've taken German since 2021, but it's always still a challenge, learning a language. You learn something new every day. So I enjoy those two a lot.
So great. And I know you had the good fortune of going to Germany with the BHS German teacher while you were at BHS. And so how great. Immersion, they always say, like, is it fluency or exposure or fluency? So to learn that you're continuing on with your German to become more fluent, rather than just hear about the language. This is your 4th year since 2021. How great! It's nice to hear that foreign language is a part of your post-secondary, your college career. That's great. Very cool. Future dream career, Kali.
I want to be a medical lab tech.
We need them.
Yeah,
Anywhere in the world? Here in Vermont?
definitely here.
Very cool.
I don't know if I'm ready for the world yet, but I'm gonna start off small and then slowly go bigger.
And you know what? UVM is bigger. We have the renowned teaching hospital at University of Vermont. I talk about it a lot. It services people from all over the New York State and Vermont and New England. So this is big. I mean, we're lucky we have such a big university and a medical center. And I always talk about that. I don't take it for granted for 1 minute. So that is inspiring. It's nice to hear. And how about you? You sort of briefly
like
talked
my
about
dream
Yes.
to be a diplomat, but it takes a lot, a lot of hard work. Got to take the Foreign Service officer test, but I know I can make it come true. But just like working in government in general, like Congress or legislative branch, but
We need solid, stable leaders that are inspiring. So that is a really great choice for you. And to think you have 3 more years here at UVM to really flex your wings to be on that path is really, really cool, Henry. That's wonderful. And summer plans. What are our summer plans? Can we relax at all after senior year? I know I've seen you working at your part-time job a lot. I'm appreciative of you contributing to the city. But you got any summer plans besides June 17th, or just time to self-care?
Yeah, definitely some R&R.
Good.
Maybe play some tennis.
Good.
My tennis team.
Stay healthy.
I just really want to like take a deep breath and take a step back from all the schoolwork, and just get my needed rest,
Yeah.
for sure.
Preparing for the next. How about you, Henry?
Probably just working, but I'm gonna try to, just go to Montreal a few times, and I gotta go visit my friend in Chicago. So definitely get some traveling in there, because been traveling for a little bit now, but it's like once you travel, like you can't stop.
You get the bug.
So you always gotta go. So
Right.
just work and travel.
Yes, save money, be able to enjoy spending some of the money, and being independent. Well, I know that you both are. I think about what when we think of these opportunities that come up to students, and how do they utilize them. And I know there is scholarship money involved that is necessary because the cost of higher education is outrageous, and so we have to be able to. I know the club helps out with its scholarship and early promise, and I want to acknowledge the Boys and Girls Club for providing our students in the city of Burlington with those scholarships. They are invaluable, and what I like about them is that it's not just one and done, that they'll consistently see you through your 4 years or your medical school or Vermont Tech, whatever it takes to actually cross the finish line in school, and what your career is. I really can't thank the club enough, and all the donors that support the club and volunteer as well as work. So shout out to the Burlington Boys and Girls Club and for the Early Promise program, because it has made such a substantial difference in the lives of so many of our friends and family members and city students that graduate from our city public high school. And lastly, I had these questions. What do you both want older generations to know about teenagers today? What do you think about that question? Like, what is, if you were, I'm an older generation now, but what motivates you, or what's your interest? Or what can you tell about your peers? I know you're living in a dorm for the first time. You're living alone. What matters to you, to students, in your setting? Can be anything.
Like what the older generation about teenagers today?
Yeah, like what if you want to say, like, describe what you believe your peer groups are, like what are kids talking about as far as in the world or life?
I mean, well, there's a lot of events happening in the world right now, but
maybe supporting you because the cost of education, like maybe potentially, or I'm trying to think of like socially that you want to contribute your efforts. You want to. I'm trying to think of like maybe it's just that you're learning from the world events as they are now, and how to contribute to make it better. Like, do students at UVM want to make, Vermont better, or want to contribute, be good citizens, I guess?
Yeah, in my classes, I do see that a lot, and I do try to kind of surround myself with like-minded people with the same interests as me. Try to make the world better and progress.
And have hope.
Yeah.
I think hope is a big one. So you're hopeful that, with climate change, I mean, they're heavy subjects, but you do have hope with the people that you're going to school with. Kids want to be good citizens or help out or make a difference and learn and grow from that. How about you? When you think of your career choice or helping the generation is getting older, so they look to you to help out. I remember going to the emergency room. I was like, everyone was so young, but it was because I was getting older. But how about you?
I would definitely say to the older generations, believe that kids can make a change. I think a lot of times they think we're not qualified or we don't have a valuable input, but I think children are definitely going to be the change.
I love that. That's great. And I can't thank you enough for being role models, representing Burlington and everything that you do at the university, within your high school arena, and within your neighborhood and our whole city. The goal of having you here both was to highlight you as outstanding individuals, and how you've contributed to Champlain Elementary, Edmonds Middle School, SA, Sarah Holbrook, all your contributions. When people see you on the street, all your educators, they really are, I'm excited to share this link and this story so that people can embrace you as graduates of the Burlington Public School District, and to, always keep in touch with you on your future plans and know that we'll support you. Even though you leave the school district, we're right behind you as your fan club, and can't thank you enough for taking the time to come and share your story with us, and I'm excited to continue to cheer you on. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.